Hello. In the study of language and discourse, homophoric referencing is a specific kind of referencing where the speaker or writer assumes that the listener or reader already knows who or what is being referred to, not because it's mentioned in the text, but because it's common knowledge in the shared context. So let's look at this a little bit more closely. So if I was to give you a definition, a homophoric reference is a type of exophoric reference. That means that the referent, the thing being talked about, is outside the text. But homophoric reference is unique because it depends specifically on shared cultural, situational, or institutional knowledge to identify that referent. So examples of homophoric reference include things like the Queen gave a speech last night. So in the UK, people will assume this refers to the Queen of England. The speaker doesn't say her name because the audience is expected to already know who the Queen is in that society. The bathroom is down the hall. So the speaker assumes you know which bathroom they mean based on your shared physical location. The president is making a statement. In an American context, this is understood to mean the president of the United States. In France, it would likely mean the president of France. Again, the referent isn't in the text, it's in the shared world of the speaker and the listener. So if we compare it to other types of referencing, to really understand it, it's possibly best to do this. So in the context of the world of referencing, we have anaphoric referencing, which is referring back to something already mentioned in the text. So I saw a dog, the dog was barking. Here the dog is referring back to a dog in the previous sentence. There's cataphoric referencing, which refers forward to something coming later in the text. So before she could say a word, Maria burst into tears. So she, in the first clause, is referring to Maria in the second clause. The exophoric referencing is when you refer to something outside the text entirely. Look at that. Here, that could refer to a bird in the sky, or a strange person on the street, or whatever, and this is exophoric. But it's not homophoric, which is a type of exophoric referencing, but not this, because the referent isn't culturally shared. It's just in the physical environment of the speaker and listener. So homophoric referencing is a type of exophoric referencing, but exophoric referencing includes other things. As to put it succinctly, all homophoric referencing is exophoric, but not all exophoric referencing is homophoric. So why is it important? Well, understanding it is key for language learners because they need to grasp how cultural knowledge helps decode meaning. Discourse analysts will say it's key because it reveals how meaning operates beyond just grammar and vocabulary. And for teachers, we can highlight the difference between what's in the text and what's in the world. Classroom activity ideas might include telling your students something like, the teacher wants to see you. And then you ask them, who is the teacher? Does everyone understand the same person? If you're in a school, students will assume it's their teacher. And that's a homophoric reference in action. It only works because the context fills the gap. Now, if you said something like, look at that, students will point at different things depending on what they're seeing. That's exophoric, but it's not homophoric, and it relies on the physical environment, not shared cultural knowledge. So in summary, homophoric referencing is when the identity of a person or thing is understood through shared knowledge in a cultural, social, or physical context. It's a subset of exophoric referencing, but not all exophoric referencing is homophoric. It typically involves definite noun phrases like the Queen, the King, the bathroom, or the internet. And meaning isn't in the words alone, it's in the context we share. Thank you.